Alright, before we get this episode started, after you watch this, if you enjoy it, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and my channel. A big thank you to you for that. Now, here's this week's episode. Heading out for day 3 of my first week turkey hunt. Kind of eerie looking out there with that fog. A strategy change this morning as I head out about 20 yards in front of the blind to set some decoys. Sunday's turkey action had birds no closer than 50 to 60 yards, so we'll see if a decoy set will make any difference today. Sometimes though you put out the decoys and a tom or that will see that and they'll hang up waiting for those hens to come to them. So it's all depends what mood the turkey's in, the one that you're encountering at the time. So we're going to give this a try this morning. So okay, going to get settled in here and get quiet. Alright, as I was setting the decoys up, just finishing, I heard a gobble out a ways northwest of me, and since I've been in the blind here letting things settle down, I heard a second gobble from that same area northwest. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to simulate a fly down using my bag trick and then some soft putts and purrs, and let's see what happens. Let everything play out. So alright. Alright, now the waiting game starts. Remember being caught in them traffic jams on the way up? Here's where that patience starts to pay off. It's been a while. I think we're going to do some yelping on my box call. At least we contacted a bird already this morning. Had a gobble more off to the north, but way out there. So that's 2 birds, unless that thing came down off the roost and was working its way to the north to circle around and come in. But let's see what happens. Keep in mind, this is late season hunting also. This is the 4th time period here in Wisconsin. Birds have been hunted for 4 to 5 weeks already. So, alright, let's just see how everything plays out now. Just picked up a closer gobble right in this direction. I had heard a yelp out that way, way out. This gobbler is closer than the yelping was, but I heard that yelp out there. And I did a short yelp here, and within 45 seconds we had the gobble right here. This is the closest contact now. We've had a gobbler to the east, northeast, north, northwest. I'm going to answer him with another yelp. It's time to start talking turkey. This is so indicative of what it was like yesterday. They'd gobble once, and that was it. I'm hoping today that these right here are the game changers today. We're giving them a visual. 2 hens, 1 feeding, 1 alert. You can barely see that one because it's behind the tree. I'm going to do a couple of softer yelps on this little push pin call that I got. Well, no gobbles now. It seems they're camera shy when it comes to gobbling. Just now, out that way. I don't know if you picked it up. Had the gobble out there. Doesn't sound like they're getting any closer. They're hearing the hen, and they're letting them know where the toms are or the jake is. They're expecting those hens to come to him. Like I said, we're 5 weeks in to the hunt now. A little more of a challenge late season. We got 2 tags to fill. We've got some consistent gobbling out to the northwest where we picked up that first gobble this morning, but it's still way out there. But he must have gobbled 3 or 4 times in the last 2 minutes. You can barely hear him though. And I did hear one southeast of me, further away. I'm wondering if that's the one that was east of me here. So we got gobbling around us, but it's out of ways. Haven't heard anything from that one that was close, other than that one gobble, and that's what bothers me, is that he moved southeast and that was the gobble I heard moving away. See what happens when we just keep playing the game. Sun's starting to just peek above the trees. That gobbler just gobbled off to the northwest out there. But he's still out at about the same distance that I heard him before. This may turn out to be a long hunt. 2 of them out there. I think they're gobbling back here to let these hens know where they are. Let's do a response. What time is it? 6:15. They keep letting us know they're out there. So I'm going to keep letting them know that the hens are here. Yeah, this may turn into a late morning before we start seeing them. I'm still hearing gobbling off to the northeast, gobbling to the northwest. Those are the 2 most consistent spots, but they're staying out there. They're not coming in. Birds like that have a tendency to sneak in late morning to check out the area because those hens never came to them. They get curious. They come in eventually to check out the area and see if those hens are still around and why they're here and not coming. So it's 6:25 now. So this guy here to the northwest has just moved a little closer. And he's gobbling more regular. I don't know if you just heard that. Let's leave it run for a while, see what happens. And just like all morning long, the gobblers are camera shy. Every time I let the camera run to try to catch the sound of gobbling, they're silent. The minute I turn it off, they gobble.
Boy, I hope this type of luck changes and does not carry over into me being able to harvest a bird.
Just had a gobble out this way to the northeast of me here. The one from the northwest has gone quiet now. Now this one starts gobbling.
With all this gobbling action, I start to see turkeys in the strangest objects.
Boy, at first I thought that was a turkey sitting on top of the log right there. Just look as I pan back. I thought for sure that was a turkey up there. Well, within the last hour, both of these gobblers have moved closer. The one off to the northeast and the one off to the northwest. There may be two out that way, but they've come in closer. But it's taken them well over an hour to do that. I don't know which way to look. I keep trying to look both ways. Well, keep my head on the swivel. Keep watching. Now I did some soft putts and purrs about 5 minutes ago, and I just got a gobble out this way, but it sounds like he's a little bit further away than he was the last time. They're just hanging up. Haven't heard any responses at all from the northwest. Well, the birds have gone quiet on me. Don't know where they're at. I'm thinking of using the crow call to see if they'll shock gobble back. I have no idea where they're at. Alright, let's give the crow call a shot. Nothing. Past experience tells me late morning, late season go hand in hand on harvesting toms, jakes. So, looks like it's still true. Late morning, late season. Let's see what happens.
Frustrated with all the gobblers around me and the lack of progress made this morning, I finally decide to take a little snack break. And just as you let your guard down, well, just watch what happens next.
Well, 8:30. Snack time. Like I've been saying, late season, late morning. I took my biggest bird at 11:30 in the morning in a mid to late May hunt. They're coming in, they see the hens. Well, that ticked me off. Here I'm eating a granola bar, and two jakes come in. Well, I blew that one. Why? Because I was eating a granola bar and not paying attention. They weren't even focused on the blind. They were looking at the decoys, and they came within 25 yards to the left of me here. And then when I saw the movement, I put down the granola bar, and as I was turning, the gun slid a little bit on my lap and bumped the tripod for the camera stand. And it made that metal clink sound. And I quick looked, and they just stopped. They weren't looking over here, though. They were still looking at the hens. So then I released the camera, grabbed it by hand, and I was shooting some video footage of them. And they came in, and I thought, well, they're in gun range. I don't have time to set up the tripod. So I just put the camera back on the tripod. They started to kind of mill around like they're going to leave. So I kind of leaned forward, got the gun up, and off they went. Would have been nice. Take a jake right away. Alright, now I'm fired up. I'm extra alert now. Damn. I blew it. Okay, I just did a raspy hen call. I had a gobble north of me out here. Well, let's keep our eyes peeled. Let's see if he comes in to investigate like these did. This guy I'm going to be ready for. Big loud gobble off to this way. Maybe the bird that was north of me has moved into here. Who's going to come in from here? That was loud. That was close. I'm down to half battery. I think now's a good time to make a change before we get too caught up in some action here. So I'm going to switch out batteries real quick here. I don't know if you heard that or not. I just changed the battery out, turned it on, and he gobbled back here. He just gobbled again. I guess we'll leave the camera run. Well, I can't say we're not having any action. Alright. Let's do a couple of quieter hen yelps. This one's a little hot. I fired him up pretty good. And it sounds like he's coming back. He's coming in from the southeast, behind the blind, kind of kitty corner behind my blind. Come on, give me another big gobble. Oh shit, he moved way behind me now. I don't know what side he's going to come up on. Well, as long as he's behind me, the hens are out in front of me. If I project a call out that way, I'm gonna make it sound like the hen's moving that way. He's close right back here, but I can't see him. I better keep watching from the other side too in case something sneaks in. Well, all I can do now is sit tight and hope he comes out. He stopped gobbling again. I made it sound like the hands were moving away, so I'm expecting him to come up. I'm shutting off the camera for a while. Well, that gobbler is still back there someplace, but it's just too thick to see. And this kind of drops away back there. He may be just below that ridge line, that's why I can't see him. But he's close. But I'm not seeing anything. But I know he's close. Well, it's about 24 minutes after 11. We were hunting till 11:30. And based on this morning's actions, I'm sticking it out right till 11:30. I'm not taking anything for granted. Take a break, eating a granola bar. Had two jakes come in and blow that one. Had Big Tom coming in behind me, gobbling like crazy. Don't even look to my right. I hold up the call. I'm going to use a slate call to do a little putts and purrs to make it sound like the hens are moving away, so he comes closer. And as I do the putts and purrs, I turn my head and here's two jakes coming in and I just spooked them. So I'm staying right till 11:30, going in for lunch and then coming right back out. Heading out now, afternoon. Should be in the blind by about 2 o'clock. It took me a little longer than I expected to charge batteries and to download the videos and pictures from this morning. I thought I'd hunt mornings till like 11:30, 12, come in, eat lunch, download pictures, and then be out here by 1:30. But looks like the batteries take a little longer to charge than I expected. All right, catch you in the blind. All right, 2 o'clock, we're all set up. Decoys are out. We're all arranged in here, ready to go. So we'll sit for 20 minutes or so, half hour, let the woods quiet down from us walking in, and then we'll bring those hens to life. All right, I'm shutting this down. I gotta listen up and be alert this time. Don't want a repeat of this morning. All right, coming up on 2:30. Time to wake up those hens, bring them alive, and get this afternoon hunt started. If I was a gobbler, I'd be coming into that, checking it out, or at least gobbling. All right, sit and wait. We got a hen moving in. She She sees the decoys. Let's see what happens. She's moving away. Okay, we drew a live hen in here. She didn't come in on the decoys though. She looked at them from over there. And this morning, that's about as far as the jakes came also. Yeah, she's disappearing down the crest of that hill now. That's where that gobbler was this morning. Yeah, she's moving off to the south. Well, that hen took about 20 minutes after those soft putts and purrs to show up. And every bird that's come in is coming dead quiet.
As much turkey action that occurred today, little did I realize that when the hen appeared, looked at my decoys from 25 yards away, then disappeared over the ridge behind me heading south, that was going to be the last action I'd encounter today. Now I'm down to 1 day to harvest and fill my first tag for time period 4 here in the state of Wisconsin. Pressure's on. Let's see if we can do it tomorrow.
All right, it's about 4:45. We're headed out to the blind. Day 4 of my first week of turkey hunting, and pressure's on today. This is it. To fill my tag, my first week's tag, this is the last day. The period ends today. We got rain moving in mid-afternoon, 2 o'clock or so. So I'm going to push the hunt this morning if I need to, if we don't harvest the bird early. So anyways, stick with us. Hopefully we get it done and fill our first tag for our first week here in central Wisconsin. Catch you all in the blind. Well, we got first light, and we got our decoys out. I really toyed with the idea about the decoys today because yesterday when those jakes came in, they hung up. They never really came out. I'm sure both of them saw the hen decoys. So I struggled with even putting them out today, but I opted for the visual.
It was already a long, quiet time in the turkey woods by the time sunlight cast its rays into the woodline at 6:05 a.m. Knowing today was the last day to fill my first turkey tag of 2021, I kept a sharp watch for any sign of turkey activity all morning long.
Ten to 9. 4 hours without any turkey activity in the woods. And such a disappointment as compared to yesterday with all the gobbling and the Jake's coming in and everything else. And I'm just beside myself that I didn't take that Jake yesterday. 11 o'clock. And not a single turkey sound in the woods this morning. Been out here since 5. 6 hours in, and nothing. Working hard trying to fill that tag. Alright, catch you later. Well, it's 12:30ish, a little past 12:30. I want to push this afternoon as long as I can. I know that rain's coming, so I checked out the weather app sitting out here in the blind. I think we'll be pulling it at 1:30. Check this out. There, you can see that line of weather moving, coming towards the central part of the state. There you're seeing the radar 12:05. It's our time right now. And where it says La Crosse, we're straight down from the O and the S. We're going to get soaked. And no turkey activity today at all. Yep. Just getting back to the trailer, and you can see it's starting to blow in right now. I'm glad I'm back. Got here just ahead of this thing. Cool. I'll be dry inside when it hits. Well, unfortunately, we didn't fill our first tag. And it wasn't from the lack of any turkey action, because we certainly had plenty of it. But it was me letting complacency set in at the most inopportune times. So, make sure to join us on the final episode of the Rapant Outdoors 360 2021 Spring Turkey Hunt Series, and watch as I battle tough conditions at the start of week 2, but managed to harvest my personal best wild eastern turkey. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Feel free to comment below, or if you don't want to comment in the public eye, we can also be reached at rapantoutdoors360@gmail.com. Now, if you know somebody you think might enjoy this video series, please feel free to go ahead and share this video or this link with your friend. And as always, whether you fish or hunt, remember, practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that that resource is available for future generations. See you next time, guys.